sitting bones. You can see, or Virasana, which is hero's pose. I have to elevate my hips because of my knee issues, but it's really good for my knees. So if you're elevating up on top of blocks or books or cushions, you're going to put the blocks right between your ankles. And then just allow yourself to rise up out of that place or onto your sitting bones, bringing shoulders right up on top of the hips. If you're on your shin bones, press into the shin bones, the tops of the feet, and try to lift up through the legs, and then let that buoyancy ride right up the spine to the crown of the head. We're going to take and draw our hands to the floating ribs, just below the breasts. Let the fingers come in towards the sternum, the center of the rib cage. And we're going to come into some breaths. Today's class is focused on breath. So allow yourself to begin to breathe in through the nose to a count of 8. And notice how the fingers come apart as you expand into the rib cage. And then as you take a nice long exhale, either nose or mouth, your choice, notice how the fingertips come back closer to each other and the ribs draw back into themselves. So you begin to just allow yourself to feel the rhythm of the breath. As the ribs spread out, feel and know that the diaphragm is dipping down into the belly, creating that vacuum, allowing everything to fill up in the lungs. And then on the exhale, compressing back down. And take 2 more breaths. It's almost like, imagine those old corsets that they used to lace up on the women, and how as they tightened it up, it would draw those ribs together. And then at the end of the day, when they took it off, it would allow the freedom of that movement. Now we're going to take, with your next in breath, roll your fingers to the back and bring your thumbs in front so that you can feel the back ribs. So begin to take nice deep breaths and feel the expansion from the back ribs. So we'll notice that the breath and the movement into the rib cage is 360 degrees. Try to keep that nice count of 8, whatever that is, so that we really are aware of the breath. Begin to allow yourself to feel very grateful for the breath. Just continue to weave that breath in and out. 2 more nice full deep breaths. What can we say thank you for in this moment? Being able to completely tune into the present moment is the ongoing work of a lifetime. And one of the simplest ways to do that is through our breath. As we become more aware of each moment, we begin to tap into a steady stream of gifts that we are usually too preoccupied to notice. Take a moment now to pause and just step back. Just allow this breath to flow for just 2 more breaths. Try to expand into the side ribs as much as you are into the front and the back ribs. Just feel that luscious movement of the ribs. Last breath here. And then very, very gently allow yourself to draw the palms to the heart. And perhaps set an intention in this moment to really use the breath today to be the catalyst of our focus, our underlying focus, to allow us to move into our flow and let everything flow together via the breath. So let's all exhale together, please. On an in-breath, take the prayer hands all the way up to the sky, look up, feel that nice stretch, press into the sitting bones or the shin bones, reaching all the way up, and then a beautiful silent Om cascades down to take us deeper into the presence of the breath this morning. Gently open the eyes, really pressing into the shin bones or the sitting bones. On an in-breath, take the prayer hands up to the sky. And we're gonna come into steeple fingers. So cross your thumbs, please, and let the index fingers rise. And then I want you to just use your arms like climbing a rope and bring them right up beside your ears and really stretch up. Again, pressing into the sitting bones and the shin bones. Begin to feel the length from the hips all the way up to the fingertips. So another way to really become to know the movement of the breath is working into the side body. So that's what we're going to do a lot of today. Allow yourself to reach up onto the left side and then the right side, and then lift up on both sides and get as tall as you can. Draw navel to spine, press into the tops of the feet or the sitting bones. Take a full in-breath, and as we exhale, we're just going to gently bring that right arm all the way down to the floor. We're going to walk to the side, keeping the sitting bone or the shin bone on the earth, and open up into that left side wall. Nice Ujjayi breath flowing throughout class unless I cue otherwise. Really stretch, press into that left sitting bone or shin bone and reach. We're going to take it side to side. So take a full in-breath. And on the exhale, you're going to reach forward. If you can, let the fingers graze the earth and take it all the way over to the left. Allow yourself to really lengthen out. Take a full in-breath. And on the exhale, take it all the way back over to the right. Really opening up. Allow yourself to maybe look up towards that left arm. Full in-breath, and on the exhale, take it over to the other side. Really opening up. And 2 more times each side. Really expanding through the ribs, stretching through the obliques and the intercostal muscles. Last one, each side, big full rotations. Big smile, moving entirely with the breath. And then allow yourself to just press and rise up and come back into your steeple fingers. Listen very carefully. If you have tweaking knees, you're going to come into tabletop and then bring your right foot forward. Otherwise, we're just going to rise up from the sitting bones and we're going to step that right foot forward. And then we're going to lean and come right into crescent warrior. Ooh, take a full in-breath. And a full out breath. Really open up into it. That left knee. Ooh, I said right. I didn't mirror. I so apologize. Make sure that the ankle is right underneath that front knee. Lift up really nice and tall, and then maybe open up to the front ribs. On an in-breath, come back upright and allow yourself to bring the same arm down as the front leg. And stretch into it. Good. From there, we're just going to lean forward and rock over to the other side. And I'm sorry, I'm not mirroring. I'll fix that as we come back around. And again, rock all the way forward. Take it over to that right side. Open up. And again, over to the other side. Fully opening up into that stretch. And then allow yourself to gently come all the way upright. Good. Find your steeple fingers again and allow yourself to gently just move to the right. Draw it all the way back up to neutral and take it over to the left, other side. Good. Draw it all the way back up. Really hug in and come back into Virasana or hero pose. Find your balance. Sweep it back. Good. Take a full in-breath. And on the exhale, bring the left foot forward. There you go. Allow yourself to open up into that right hip this time. Switching sides. Take a full in-breath. And as we exhale, we'll bring that left hand down. Take a deep stretch. Look up. On the exhale, take it all the way over to the other side. And look up. Deep stretch. Roll all the way forward. Let's bring it up and over. Deep opening through that front side ribs as you lift and look back. Bring it all the way back to neutral. Rise up. Again, steeple fingers, squeeze the arms into the ears. Let's take it over to the left. Draw it back up and over to the right. Good, bring it all the way back up. And on an exhale, we're gonna bring the hands down and we're gonna lengthen through that left leg and bow forward. Inhale, come forward, arms up. Exhale, left hand to the earth, sweep forward all the way over to the right. Come all the way back up. And on the exhale, swan dive down over that front leg, deep stretch. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. On an in breath, come back upright, steeple fingers so that we're stabilized. Find your balance and bring that left knee back. Take a full in breath and on the exhale, right foot comes forward. Take a full in breath and as you exhale, lean into that left hip. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Take a full in breath and on the exhale, right hand to the earth. Sweep all the way forward and over to the left, open up. Sweep all the way back forward, please, and then lengthen through that front leg. Come all the way back forward. And one more time, let's lengthen through that leg. Draw the heel back towards you, stretching into the back of that leg. And then very, very gently come all the way back forward. Steeple fingers. Watch your balance. Really engage the arms into the ear. You're going to bring that top hip on top of that standing left knee and sweep that right leg back. Take a full in breath and on the exhale, swan dive down. Enough on the knees. Let's tuck the toes, down dog. Take a full in breath and a full out breath as you work into your down dog, bending into the knees, really breathing into all that is there. Allow yourself, please, to gently come forward into plank. Knees come down and rock all the way back into child's pose. You can also do this sitting. Take both arms over to the right and take a deep stretch. Use traction with the palms adhering to the earth as you draw that left shoulder back. Very gently drop back to neutral and over to the other side. Really dragging that left hand, right hand back so you get a deep stretch through that right shoulder. And then very gently bring it back to neutral. And on an in breath, come all the way forward into up dog. And you can always be in down dog rather than on your knees. Let's take it all the way back into child or down dog, your choice. And then on an in breath, come all the way forward. Good, allow the knees to touch down and tuck the toes if you decided to do that. And just allow yourself to wiggle and open up through the heart. Squeeze the toes really tight to protect the back. Press into the palms. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. As you're ready, tuck the toes under, down dog. We're just going to take and walk the feet all the way forward. Ooh, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up. Please allow yourself to hook your thumbs. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, take it over to the right. Draw all the way back up, and on an exhale, over to the other side. Please draw it all the way back up, and on an exhale, swan dive down, nice and slow. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bring it all the way up, palms to touch, look up, and exhale down to the heart. Here we go. Let's inhale, come all the way up. You ready to play? Follow that breath, swan dive down. Allow yourself to lift up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Please take your right leg up to the sky. Walk your hands forward into that down dog. Not down dog, but just hands forward so that you can extend that right leg to the sky and then stack the hip. More like standing split. So take now that right leg to the sky. Walk your fingertips back by your foot and bow forward. Really lifting into that right leg, strong into the left. And then walk the fingers forward, bend into your left knee and cup your right knee right into that left knee and come right down into your twist. So we have right leg over left, take a full in-breath, and on the exhale, twist all the way to the right. Surprise! Let your head move if you choose. Take 3 more breaths. In and out. Really wringing out and detoxing all of the organs. Allow the breath to just surround all of the organs. Feel that nice circulation into the digestive area. And with your next in-breath, come forward and take your counter twist. Feel that beautiful movement of the upper rib cage. Try to line the shoulders up in with the front knee. And then on an in-breath, very gently come forward. And you're just going to use your momentum, pressing into that right foot, bring your fingers forward, and shoot that right leg right back up to the sky. Take a full in-breath, and on the exhale, gently bring it all the way back down. Flat back, exhale, forward fold. Please interlace the fingers back behind you. Bring the one fist forward. Draw a nice big circle with the neck, very slow. And then the opposite direction. Maybe close your eyes and check out your balance as you do that. One more breath here. And then on an exhale, release the hands down. Keep them near the feet. And take that left leg all the way up to the sky. Really reach, stack the hip to open up into a deep stretch, strong into that left foot. And then square your hips, bend right knee into left. Begin to slowly melt all the way down to the earth, landing right into your twist. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, we'll rotate right into that left thigh. Adjusting our arms so that we can take the deepest twist, working the shoulders. Allow the head maybe to go from side to side, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder. Or you can trace the collarbone. If the cervical spine will allow, do a very slow circle each way. Take your time, make sure that you engage the core muscles at the bottom of the breath. Bringing the head back to neutral, taking your deepest twist, and on an in-breath, allow yourself to float forward and go to the opposite side into the counter twist, please. Take one more deep breath here, really working through that rib cage. Feel the opening from the front and the back side, the gentle twist more so towards the top. And then very gently come forward. Work your momentum as you press into that left foot, roll forward, and come right back up into standing splits. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. Really lift, strengthen into that standing leg, and then bring lifted leg to standing leg, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, bring it all the way up, palms to touch. And exhale down to the heart. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. One more full deep breath here. On the in-breath, reach straight up to the sky. And on the exhale, swan dive down, please. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Please step right foot back, pivot onto the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Keeping with our theme of working through the side bodies, allow your right palm to spin to the sky. Really lengthen through that back leg. Only bend into that right knee as it feels safe. Take a full in-breath, and as we exhale, we're going to take it over to the left. Use that left leg as an anchor and draw that right shoulder back. Good. On an in-breath, draw it up. Be careful with your balance. Left palm to the sky. And exhale over to the right. Really engage into that left leg to stabilize. On an in-breath, rise all the way back up. And on an exhale, swan dive down, really nice and slow. Come onto the back toes, square the hips, square the shoulders, and hook that right arm underneath the right thigh and reach the left arm forward. Take a full in-breath and a full out breath. Engage the feet towards each other. One more breath. If you need, place your left palm onto your right palm onto your right thigh. Otherwise, just lift right up into Highland Warrior. Woo, take a full in-breath. Engage the feet towards each other, or as I say, hug. And on an exhale, we're just gonna bring that left arm forward, right back. Stay upright. Pull the shoulder blades down, really hug. And then tuck the back of that left hand into the outer right knee and press and spin. Good, take a full in-breath and a full out breath. On the in-breath, come all the way back up and exhale, swan dive down. Please step back plank. You can stay in plank, you can come into child, or you can vinyasa. Knees, chin, chest. Rise up into cobra. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Bring it all the way back down, tuck the toes. Down dog or tabletop. Take a full in-breath and a full out breath. Do a really nice yes with your head. Yes to the practice. Yes to the breath. As you're ready, take that left foot forward. Pivot onto the back heel. Inhale, warrior one. Wide warrior one. Steeple fingers until you get that nice setup. Work into that back leg. Squeeze the tush to stabilize. And then allow yourself to spin that left palm to the sky. Really engage the feet towards each other and rock over to the left. Really engage, press into that right foot. Feel that nice lengthening through the entire right front of the leg. Drop back up to neutral. Let left hand grab right wrist and take it over to the right. Allow yourself to feel really firm. You can lift all 5 front toes to stabilize that knee and just put less bend into the knee if you need. On an in-breath, come all the way up. And on an exhale, keeping shoulders and hips squared, keep pulling that left hip back, swan dive down. Good, come onto your toes, low lunge. Draw that left hip straight back. Hook the left arm underneath the left thigh and bring that right arm forward. You can always pivot on that right heel if you need another modification so that it's more like a warrior one. You can take your left palm, place it onto your thigh to help press and rise and lift all the way up. Take a full in-breath. Allow left hand to grab right wrist, hug the feet towards each other. This is a lot of balance work today. Take it over to the left. Draw it back to neutral. And on the exhale, take it over to the other side. Draw it all the way back up. And on an exhale, swan dive down. Step back foot to front foot. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up, back to the palm, hands together. And on the exhale, bend into the knees and take it right back down. Take a full in-breath and a full out breath. Allow yourself, please, to step the right foot back, pivot onto the heel, and rainbow up, warrior two. Take a moment in warrior two and just lengthen out into it. Take a full in-breath. Spin that front palm to the sky and take it into evolved warrior two. On the in-breath, warrior two. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Take that left arm up and over. Good, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, so we're moving with the breath, evolved warrior two. Good, coming forward, warrior two. Again, you can just do what we did, or on an exhale, take your hand down and grab your calf or your inner ankle on that right foot, and then draw that top arm forward. Hug the feet towards each other, and on an in-breath, back up into warrior two. Exhale, take it back. Remember, you can always stay elbow on thigh. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, see if you can bring your fingertips all the way down to touch the floor. Or again, grab the ankle or right on the knee. On an in-breath, rise back up. Exhale, evolve warrior two. Good, straighten that front leg, please. And then bring that front arm forward and transition right into your version of triangle. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here. Maybe looking at the sky, maybe looking at the floor. Draw that right hip in towards the midline. Spin that top hip open. Take a full in breath, and on the exhale, bring your top hand, left hand to the hip, soften into that right knee, pop that left foot forward, and lift right up into your version of full half move. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Opening up and into it, looking up at the sky, looking at the floor. One more full deep breath. Take that left hand to the left hip, soften into that right knee, gently step back. Inhale, warrior two. Oh, that was so nice. Let's cartwheel all the way forward. Step back, plank. Coming down onto the belly for locust, staying in plank, or you can come into cobra plank, dolphin plank. Round through the upper ribs if you're in the plank. We'll go for our full minute here. Nice deep breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. If you're in locust, you can interlace your fingers, lifting legs and upper torso. Allow yourself to just hug all the bones. Breathe, tighten through the glutes, squeeze the inner leg seams together. Press strongly into the hands. Feel the height of the arms as they reach from the floor up into the shoulder pads. Nice deep breaths. Breathing fully and completely. Knitting the front collarbone ribs towards the floating ribs, which tones that back just a little. Navel to spine. And chaturanga, or chin chest, or child's pose. Your choice. Bring it all the way down. Lifting up into your version of cobra if you chose vinyasa, and take it all the way back. Remember, you can always do a child's pose in between to soothe the back. Pressing up into your down dog, take a full in breath and a full out breath. Walk the feet together, please. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, just melt the hips over to the right. Come back to neutral. Feel the nice length of the side walls again, opening up into those ribs. Take it to the left. Come all the way back to neutral. Separate the feet. On an in-breath, bring that right foot forward. Find your low lunge. Pivot onto the back heel. Rainbow up, warrior two. Take a full in breath as you settle in, and a full out breath. And spin that front palm towards the sky and take it back on an exhale. Evolve warrior two. Good. Inhale, warrior two. On the exhale, elbow to thigh. Reach that top arm up and over, angle pose. Pull that left hip towards the midline.
Remember, you can take this one every time. Inhale, warrior two, flow with the breath. Exhale, take it back. Let the breath be full and luscious, full focus here. Inhaling and exhaling. Hand down to the ankle or the calf. On the in-breath, rise up. On the exhale, take it back. Don't follow me, follow your breath. Back into your warrior two with that in-breath. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Reaching up and over, really lengthen through that back leg. Feel the side wall all the way from that extended right leg through the right fingertips. On an in-breath, bring that right arm up to the sky. Lift up, warrior two. Take it all the way back. Evolve to warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. And find your triangle pose, 3 breaths. So secure that bottom hand, spin and open. Here's where, again, we just really hug all of the muscles onto the bones, promoting that bone growth. If you choose, you can take that bottom hand all the way to the earth to a block. Allow yourself to squeeze everything towards the midline. Lift up to the top of the back spine. One more breath. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, bring that top arm to your waistline. Begin to roll your head to the floor if it's not. Walk your fingertips forward, bend into that left knee. Just pop that right foot forward a little bit, and then come into your version of half moon. Again, you can use your block. You can keep that right foot on the floor and not lift up off the floor. Begin to rotate and open, watch your balance. Good, one more full deep breath here. Allow the top hand to come to your hip, eyes to the earth, bend into the left knee, walk the hand back, slowly drop it down, roll both hands to frame that front foot, low lunge, and allow yourself, please, to step. I know what I forgot. From your low lunge, allow yourself to reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. I forgot this piece. Woo. Take a full in breath. And as you exhale, we're going to rotate and open up to the left. We're going to bring that right back of the hand into the thigh and rotate into the twist. Good. Take a full in breath. And a full out. One more full deep breath. Remember, you can be pivoted onto that right heel rather than Highland Warrior. Draw it all the way back up. And exhale, swan dive down. Allow yourself, please, to bring back foot to front foot. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way up, palms to touch. And exhale down to the heart. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Come to the center. Good. From there, allow yourself, please, to just bring the arms down to the side and let's roll the shoulders back 2 times and then roll them forward, setting up for our balance poses. So go grab a strap. Or you can hug your knee. If you don't have a strap, you can use a tie or rope on your robe. Or you can come to the wall. And we're just going to take and hug that right knee into the chest. Lift up nice and tall. Actually, we could probably do this without a strap. Let's interlace your fingers just above the knee crease on that right, underneath on the hamstrings, just above the knee. And then just allow yourself to lengthen that leg out. Pull your shoulder blades down. Good, and breathe. Really press into that standing leg. Lift up, level out the hip points. One more full deep breath.
Soften into both knees and just come right into warrior three and breathe. Good, nice deep breaths. One more. Hopefully you're not running into a wall. And then on an in-breath, come all the way back forward. Good, see if you can hug that knee back into your chest. Lift up nice and tall, and then really sit down. Shake out that standing leg, and just come on down into a squat wherever you're at. Maybe a high squat, maybe a low squat. I have to really widen my feet. You can rock a little bit side to side if that feels good, but make sure you flex in and widen the toes. Makes that knee feel much better. And then slowly rise it back up. I'm going to keep my legs wide, and I'm just going to bring my hips forward. I'm going to use my hands to really support my back and come into a nice opening through the front body. And then rise it all the way back up, and we'll switch sides. So my right leg is using my right leg is my seaty leg, as I call it. My balance isn't quite as good, but I acknowledge it, I honor it, and I work through it. As you feel ready, hug that right knee into your chest. Work through the wobbles. Interlace the fingers underneath. Pull the shoulder blades down, navel to spine. That helps to stabilize. And then lengthen that leg out. Good, and breathe into it. Really lift up into the standing leg. Level out those hip points. If you fall out, no big deal. Just come right back in. And then as you're ready, move into your warrior three. Work through the wobbles. It's all good. Just work through the wobbles. Notice where it's at. Find that length. Good. Breathe. And then draw that left knee back up and in. Again, lift up. And maybe quickly or slowly bring that left foot down, shake out the right. And let's go ahead and just take a nice forward fold. Allow yourself to walk right into down dog, please. Take a nice breath there. Really work through your toes. Lift up all the way onto the toes, off the ball mound. Bring the ball mound down, heels down. And then knees to the earth. Bend into the elbows and come all the way down onto the belly, please. On your belly, allow yourself to take and bring the arms back behind you. You can interlace your fingers, or you can take and roll the palms towards the floor. Lift the right leg and then anchor, and then the left. As you're ready, lift the upper torso. And then the lower torso, and breathe. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, widen through the toes. Feel those back muscles really engage. Press the shoulder blades towards the spine as you externally rotate those shoulder heads. And 3 more breaths. Nice deep breaths, lifting from the heart, and gently release. Bend into your knees and windshield wiper, please. And then gently bring the legs down one at a time. Bring the palms beside the rib cage. And press all the way back into just touch into child's pose if you need for your back to release. And then come right up into tabletop. Allow the feet to go to one side and roll onto the opposite hip, and bring the legs forward. Give it a nice shake. From there, allow yourself, please, to bend into both knees as we set up for boat pose. You can grab right underneath the thigh, just above the knee creases. You want to lift up out of that low back and feel the heart shine. Where is the quality of your breath? How is it? Lift up onto the tippy toes and drag those toes towards your hiney cheeks. Feel those quads fire up, and see if you can continue to feel a sense of that
Maybe you bring the feet in line with the knees. Maybe you let go, maybe you don't. Really draw navel to spine. Maybe you begin to lengthen the legs out. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath, please. And then allow yourself to hold, bring your feet down, and lengthen those legs all the way out. Give them a nice shake. We're going to take, please, and draw the right foot inside that extended left leg, left heel in line with left sitting bone. Lift up nice and tall. Press that right foot into your left leg. Take a full in breath. And as you exhale, twist the torso enough that your sternum is pointed towards your left knee. On an exhale, use your right hand to hinge forward. On an in breath, lift up. Let the heart shine again. Feel that nice stretch into that right shoulder, and then exhale, fold forward, bend into that right elbow. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then on an in breath, gently rise all the way up. This is such a good stretch for sciatica, to open up that back. Extend out that right leg, please. And let's bring the left foot inside. Allow yourself to lift up from the spine, and you're just going to slightly rotate so that the heart is in line with that right knee. Really press firmly and bring that left knee towards the earth. Let's go ahead and on an in-breath, rise up. On the exhale, take the left arm all the way across the body. I'm using my right palm to press into my center of my sacral spine. On the in-breath, rise up. Again, my heart is towards the knee. On the exhale, take it forward. Take a full in-breath, please. Can you feel those ribs gently opening? Really open up through all 360 degrees of that rib cage. One more breath here. And then on an in-breath, gently rise all the way back up. And on the exhale, allow that leg to come all the way back out, left leg. Give it a nice stretch. And from there, let's go ahead and bring the feet all the way to the top of the mat. On an in-breath, rise up. And on the exhale, roll all the way down nice and slow. Allow yourself to bend into the right knee and the left knee. Walk the feet wide, and let's come right up into bridge pose. So use an exhale to lift up. You can stretch your arms up overhead. I would invite you to do whichever bridge pose is really needed in this moment. Really find the length of your neck. Allow the head to be very stable, and then really squeeze into the tush. Really tighten. I have totally lifted all 10 toes off the floor, and I'm pressing firmly into the ball mound from the big toe to the pinky toe and the back of the heels. I'm really trying to lift the arches of both feet. My quads are fired up, my glutes are fired up, and I'm just really feeling the strength of this pose, lengthening through the arms. One more full deep breath. And then on an exhale, very gently bring it all the way back down. Ooh. Arms beside the body. Do 2 pelvic tilts. Pelvic tilts are so much better to release the back muscles than immediately bringing the knees into the chest, or so I have heard. From here, allow yourself to place your hands and your wrists right underneath your lengthened out legs. Walk your arms in, your palms are on the floor. Tuck your chin into the hollow of your throat, and then press and lift up onto your forearms. And come right into fish pose. Point into your toes, take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. Really puff that heart. Allow the back of the head to move. One elbow out and then the other. Bend into each of the knees. Allow yourself to keep the palms just where the flesh meets the earth and bring the legs to the sky. I'm going to give two options here. You can choose to come into shoulder stand and plow, or we can come into some core work. So you decide which is best for you. So lifting up into your shoulder stand, if that feels good. Make sure that you feel the length of your neck. Otherwise, we're just going to keep the legs up to the sky. We're going to hug the inseams of the legs together. We're going to really engage the core muscles, and on an exhale, bring the legs down, scoop them forward towards the top of the mat, and lift all the way back up to the sky. Make sure you really squeeze that block. Feel that nice long exhale as you extend the legs out. For those of you in shoulder stand, really allow yourself to flow into the breath. Actually, for whichever pose you're doing, we should be using that breath. But let this be a full focus. You can move in your shoulder stand, nice deep breaths in your own time as it feels appropriate. You can come into your plow pose. Take your, if you're doing the core work, take it slow, move through mud, keep those legs together. Really engage the core muscles through that low belly as the legs extend out. And just continue to go. For those of you going into plow pose, maybe a deep compression and really working through that diaphragm. Whatever or wherever you are in your pose, just really allow the breath to be the movement. Nice deep breaths in and out. For those of you in plow pose, begin to lift back up and slowly release out. For those of us doing the core work, take the legs up to the sky and then bring right foot down, left foot down. We'll all meet into into bridge pose with knees bent. Let's hug the right knee into the chest and extend that left leg up to the sky. And then we're going to use our left hand to draw the left leg towards us. We're going to release that right leg out. We're going to take a deep stretch. Maybe bring your forehead up. Take a really nice stretch. If you have both legs lifted, allow yourself to roll the ankles both directions. Head can come down or stay down. And then just allow yourself to reverse the legs nice and slow. Feel that nice movement. Allow yourself to hover and take the stretch in. And then when you're ready, rolling the ankles again, both directions, nice and slow. Opening up into the hamstrings of the lifted leg. Feeling the strength of the quads. Flex both feet deeply. And then point. And again, flex. And then hug the knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Come into happy baby for a couple of breaths. Just notice how you feel. How is the quality of your breath? Has it been full and complete through the practice? Were you able to use the breath like tendrils to soothe the muscles, to keep the breath in a nice long rhythm rather than choppy? From your happy baby, transition into a twist onto the right side, please. However you would like to take it. Palms can be open to the sky. You can take and move the opposite arm of the bent knees to work into neck and shoulders. And then find a safe place to bring your head to neutral, arms to a safe place, and then take and draw onto the back. Maybe hug the knees into the chest, draw the forehead up before you take the twist over onto the left side. I invite you to take the same twist or a different twist, your choice. Feel the length of the arms, feel the head. Feel wherever you're getting the opening, where you feel tightness, take your breath there and let it just soothe and nurture and nourish. One more full deep breath here, please. And then bring the head to a safe place. Arms to a safe place. Engage enough core that you can draw the knees in. And I invite you to do whatever else you need to do before we come into Shavasana. So find that most comfy place. Maybe blocks underneath the knees, keep the back released. What is it that you need in this moment? Maybe legs up the wall, that is so good for circulation. Maybe a block underneath the shoulder blades and the head, or maybe the sacral spine and open up into star pose. Just find that place. And then as you're ready, let's come back to the breath. Allow yourself to trace imaginary fingers right up at the center of the scalp line, right above the bridge of the nose, all the way up to the scalp line. Feel 2 thumbs just pressing, and allow those thumbs in your mind's eye to trace the hairline from right to left all the way down to each of the temples. And then feel the index finger and the middle finger just trace circles to soothe the temple, an outward rotation for an inward invocation, slowing everything down. And then allow yourself, please, to let all the breath to begin to deepen. Draw your attention deeply inward. Allow the spine to elongate. And continue with slow, easy breaths. Feel the chest rise and fall with each breath, just like we did before. Feel that corset inward on the out breath, and then open up. And perhaps like a kite in the sky, just billowing open wide as it catches the breeze and lifts up. Begin to feel the chest getting heavy with each exhale. Feel the facial muscles relax. Feel the jaw to loosen up. Let the lips hard and the tongue to just gently deposit the palate now. Feel the back of the throat, the glottis relax. And then allow the shoulders to receive you. Again, feel the length of the spine from the very top of the spine. And use an exhale to just travel the spine all the way down to the coccyx, down in the pelvic bowl. And let the in-breath fill the organ area. Soothing diaphragm, lungs, and heart. Allow the legs to get very heavy. And then again, draw your attention deeply inward and visualize the deep, rich, velvety purple of nightfall. Take an in-breath to a count of 8 as you drop into that deep, velvet sky. And a nice long exhale through the mouth to a count of 8. Just continue to let the breath be deep and rich. In-breath and out-breath the same. As you drop deeper and deeper, recognizing and seeing all the twinkling stars. And then allow yourself to really focus on one of the stars. And then just imagine that star becoming full light on. And let it radiate this light. And just dive into the light.
Feel the soothing comfort of the light. Just breathe it in and out, allowing the breath to find its own natural rhythm. Finding that deep-seated, unconditional love, peace and tranquility in the lightness of this place. This inward divine space. Allow yourself to be totally comfortable. Begin to drift into a state of deep contentment. And know that as you do so, it's felt throughout the sea of humanity. So as we serve our higher self, we serve the whole. Now begin to take this light and allow it to beam into a physical or an emotional challenge that you have. Allow the light to support and enhance. And then allow the light to radiate out through the fingers as you again begin to allow the inhale to outpace the exhale. Use the light now as a vibrancy to bring you back into the present. Shine the light out of the fingers and the toes and begin to feel a gentle movement. And then let it radiate from your knees as you hug your knees into your chest. Allow the knees to roll in a circle. And then begin to compact the light back inside where it always is. Feel it tucked into every part of your divine essence within. Roll over to one side and allow yourself to take a deep hug. As you hug yourself, we hug one another. Complete unconditional love. In your own time, draw it up to the sitting bones. Feel the levity of the light. Let it nurture and nourish every part of your being. With an in-breath, bring the palms to the heart. Bow down into that light, that inner light. Know that it is always there shining. We do not remember days. We remember moments. So allow yourself to be fully present as much as you can to gather and recognize the absolute grace and the miracles that abound in each and every moment. Let's all exhale together, please. On an in-breath, take the prayer hands up to the sky. Feel the jubilant heart as you rise up. And on an exhale, bring it all the way back down to the heart. Bow forward.